What's up YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Now, if you've been following along with my videos, you might have noticed a couple weeks ago I posted a video on how to fit 35-inch tires, well, almost, onto your 100 series Land Cruiser. If you haven't seen that video yet, make sure you go ahead and check that out. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Shortly after I posted that video, a lot of you guys noted that the spacer that I linked to does not fit the 100 series Land Cruiser. Now, let me briefly go over the problem with spacers on the 100 series. Usually spacers, they kind of just go on with the cars that I have here, the RX-7s and any other car that I've had, usually doesn't have any problems. However, with the 100 series Land Cruiser, it's a little bit different. The fronts are a little bit difficult to fit spacers on because of the front drive flange. Now, on the drive flange, there are 6 little nuts that go around with the cone washers and all that stuff. That's actually really hard to clear the spacers. So even though some spacers say they fit a 100 series or the center bore is 110 millimeters, it doesn't quite fit our cars. So the spacers that I have on my Land Cruiser fit without any modifications. Unfortunately, they're no longer available. So for this video, what I plan to do is get all the spacers on Amazon that say they fit the 100 series Land Cruiser and try them out. Before we get started, if you're enjoying the video, don't forget to hit that like button, and for more Land Cruiser content just like this, don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get to it. So here we have the 4 most popular wheel spacers that come up on Amazon when you type in 100 series Land Cruiser. So I've got this one, which is by Rocktrix. We've got the Eccp spacers. We've got, I don't know what this one is, the Eoth Spacer, and we've also got the Rugged Ridge spacers. Now, the reason why I wanted to test these 4 spacers is because whenever you type in 100 series Land Cruiser in Amazon, these are the 4 that come up first, at least for the 1.25 inch. So first off, let's take a look at each one of these spacers and see if there are any noticeable differences as far as the spacer itself, the studs, the packaging, whatever. So first of all, let's take a look at the Rocktrix wheel spacers. These guys actually list as fitting the 100 series in the title of the ad on Amazon, I guess. So let's take a look at the spacer itself. It's a nice aluminum CNC piece. It is powder coated black or painted black, I don't know. It is 5x150 and it is supposed to be hub centric. We see a little lip on the inside right here. As you can see that right there. So where the part that bolts onto the brake rotor is slightly bigger than the hub centric piece itself. So we'll see if this guy fits in just a bit. Something to notice on these Rocktrix spacers, they actually only come in pairs. So if you plan to do the same spacer for all 4 wheels, which you should be, make sure you order 2 of them. Next up, we have the Rugged Ridge wheel spacers. Now these guys, similar to the Rocktrix, only come in pairs. And they are also, let's take a look here. They're also, oh, actually this is pretty nice because it's black anodized aluminum, but they also give you the little caps to protect your studs. Also, they do have the nuts for the spacers itself, so the packaging is pretty good on this one. This is listed as a 5x150, which it looks like it is. However, it was not listed as one that fits the 100 series Land Cruiser. Now, the reason why I got this anyways is because the center hub bore, the part that's hub centric, was listed as 110 millimeter, which is exactly what fits the Land Cruiser. So we'll see if this guy fits. Now, the other 2 spacers that I got, one was the Eccp, ooh, that's a mouthful. And then the other one, which one is this? This is the Eoth Spacer. Both of these guys come as a set of 4. So you get 2 boxes with each order. So that's kind of good. And both of them are listed as fit but not in the title. So what I mean by that is if you go on Amazon and type in 5x150 wheel spacers, these guys will show up. The Land Cruiser 100 series is not listed in the title. However, when you put in your type of vehicle via the drop-down box, it does say it fits the Land Cruiser 100. So let's take a look. This is the Eoth Spacer. This one is blue in color, and it does say 5x150 bolt pattern, so that is good. 1.25 inch, and the center bore is 110 millimeters. So that's kind of exactly what we're looking for here. This one also has the little step in the middle, kind of like the Rocktrix one that we looked at. The step looks a little smaller, so I wonder if that's going to be issue. Over here, this guy, the Eccp Spacer, looks like to be the cheapest one out of the bunch. It is still a 5x150, 110 millimeter center bore, 1.25 inch spacer. Now this one is just bare aluminum, and if you noticed, this one doesn't have the lip on the front like all the other ones do, like this guy and this guy. This one doesn't have the actual lip, and also the inside of the spacer is completely flat, as you can see right here, unlike the other ones. So this one, I'm not sure. It might fit, it might not fit, we'll see. But from the looks of it, it might not be hub-centric to the wheel because it's missing that front lip, the lip on the front. So next up, let's take off the wheel and bolt these guys on. So as you can see, the spacer that I've been running works just fine on the 100 series, but you can see how close it gets to the flange nuts right here. So it does get really close. However, it does fit on the flange perfectly. Now let's take this guy off and try the new spacers. So as you can see from the old spacer, it does have the front lip to make it hub-centric to the wheel, and on the inside it does have a little lip, the little indentation that goes all the way around the spacer. This is what makes it possible for it to fit the flange. So just for reference, let's say we put this guy in, it clears the flange nuts without any type of modification. And if we take it off and put it in the wheel itself, it's also hub-centric, meaning that it won't wobble around when it's bolted in. It's made exactly for this wheel. First of all, let's try the Rocktrix spacers. Now these guys were the ones that said fits the 100 series, so let's give it a shot. Throw this guy on and see, bolt pattern is correct. However, the flange nuts do hit the lip on the spacer, causing it to not sit flush on the brake rotor. So this does not fit. I don't even have to test if this fits on the wheel or not, because if it doesn't fit on the hub, then it's no use. Next up, we have the Rugged Ridge spacers. Now these guys never said anywhere in the ad that it would fit a 100 series. However, the specs show that it should. So let's throw it on. So here we go, Rugged Ridge. Bolt pattern is correct. And this one, immediately the same issue. It hits the nuts of the flange right there. Hence, this one's even further away, actually. It does not even come close to the hub itself. So this one is not a fit either. For number 3, we have the Eoth Spacer. Now, if you remember, this is the one that doesn't list the 100 in the ad. However, when you scroll down the drop-down box, it does say it fits. So let's try to put it on. We go, nice shiny blue. I kind of like this, but not really because it's kind of too showy. It feels like it goes on However, it does hit the nuts on the flange, so it doesn't sit completely flush. So this guy also does not fit a 100 series. And lastly, we come to the Eccp Spacer. Now, if you recall, this one doesn't have the hub-centric lip at all. Also, the inside of the spacer is completely flat. So I don't know if this one's gonna fit. I mean, even if it fits, it's probably not gonna be hub-centric. However, when you go through the drop-down screen in Amazon, it does say it fits the 100 series. So let's give it a shot. So here we go, a nice standard silver. Bolt pattern is correct. Oh, isn't that funny? The one that I thought would not fit actually clears the studs, the nuts, no problem. And this guy actually fits perfectly against the drive flange without hitting the nuts. Now, the other side of this is going to be if it fits the wheel, because remember, this one doesn't have that lip that all the others had. So let's take off these guys and see if it will be hub-centric to the wheel itself. So now that we know it fits the hub, let's see if it fits the wheel of the Land Cruiser. So let's put it in here. And of course, 5x100 does fit. However, because it is missing that lip all the others have, it's not hub-centric to the wheel. So basically what that means is it doesn't center itself when you put the wheel on. So let's say you bolt it on slightly off center like this or like this. It will cause the wheel to vibrate and your balancing will be off, all that great stuff. So unfortunately, out of all 4 of these wheel spacers that I got off of Amazon, none of them fit the front of the Land Cruiser 100 series, even though 3 out of 4 said that they would. These 3 guys I would not even recommend because they do not even bolt up against the hub. This one surprisingly bolted up flush to the hub and also the wheel. However, because it does not have the little lip, it is not hub-centric to the wheel itself, hence probably not safe to run. On that note, looks like Amazon currently does not offer a spacer that fits the 100 series Land Cruiser, at least not 1 1/4 inch. If you know of a 1 1/4 inch wheel spacer that fits the 100 series Land Cruiser perfectly, please leave a comment down below. Other than that, I might have to try the 1 1/2 inch and see which one actually fits, because looks like 100 series owners do look for wheel spacers if they're trying to use these stock wheels or if they're trying to use the 200 series wheels, which is roughly about the same offset. Anyhow, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and for more Land Cruiser and Overland content, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.